Live. I've never done this before, by the way. This is my first YouTube live. I'm on AccuWeather, AccuWeather's YouTube live. I'm going to pass it over to Christina. What we're going to talk about is the weekend storm for the Carolinas. This is going to be a tricky one. It all depends on the upper level low. For those that have followed me on Twitter, we're going to try this a little differently here. So I'm going to have Christina just showing the models on the big picture, right? And you're going to see me animate.
Hi.
Did anybody, she took off all her makeup. Did anybody ever watch Happy Days?
Oh my gosh, you're so excited about this. It's my leather pants today.
She's got the leather pants today. So,
Bernie's
you know what
cracking
we've
me
been
up
doing
with
all
this.
day? Leather Tuscadero. So let me show you what's going on, Christina. Just
All right,
point
here.
to the screen. I gotta just point to the screen. All right, here's what we're looking at here. Let me show you what's going on. We're going to begin the GFS and European here. The system that we're looking at is this upper low, which is today, and let me move this. All right, it is across the Southern Rockies, right in here. You can see that south of Denver. Now watch what happens to this as we go forward here. There we go, Thursday evening. I'm going to stop this on Friday morning. You can see the trough across Texas. What's going to happen is you're going to get this piece of energy that is across the northern plains to drop into this trough, and that's what's going to lock this off across the southeast. By the way, we already have a frontal boundary that is stuck across the southeast as we speak. It's right in here. You see that? You have a boundary in here. Well, it's a little. But as this comes southeast, you're going to activate this boundary, and you're going to get a lot of rain and thunderstorms with this. But the tricky part of this is not so much the rain. It's going to be more about the wet snow. So as we go forward here, watch this upper low come across the southeast. Here we are on Saturday morning. This is European. This is GFS, European GFS. European GFS, European GFS. Pretty close across Louisiana. Watch the European track here. This is Saturday evening, and then we're going to track this right across Alabama, Saturday night, Sunday morning. Where? Right across Alabama and into Georgia. Now, here's the thing with these upper level lows. On the northern side of this upper low, you tend to get so much upward motion that you don't. I've seen some people say it's going to pull cold air from north into the storm. That's not the way it is at all. That's wrong. It generates its own cold air because on the northern side of the upper low, you tend to get enhanced upward motion and precipitation. So you're not pulling the cold air in from the north. You're generating your own cold air. And the concern I have is and you can go back to the graphics. The concern I have is if you track the upper low with this, it goes just over Birmingham and just south of Atlanta. So you can make the argument that this area across Tennessee, it could be Nashville, northern parts of Alabama, Georgia, and certainly the upstate of South Carolina, you're going to start snowing in lower elevations here, depending on where the upper low goes. Here we go Saturday, Sunday evening, right over Charlotte, and then European takes it right over, let's say, Norfolk. That's European. GFS is a little more dangerous for cities like Charlotte, Winston-Salem, and Greensboro because there's the GFS. This is Sunday morning, European. GFS, European. European GFS, European GFS. See the difference? European GFS. GFS is farther south and east. So if you go to Sunday evening, stop it right here. This is the GFS. This is the European. That's a big difference. And here's why. If the GFS would be right and you have this upper level low over Wilmington, you're going to try to snow. You see this line in here, and this is 546, so between the 546, 552 line, you're going to snow in here. You will snow in Charlotte, you will snow in Greensboro, you will snow in Winston-Salem. Now, I don't think it would be Raleigh, because you see you've got to be on the back side of this, because that's where you're going to get your upward motion. And here's the thing, I know boundary layers are going to be forecasted to be above freezing, But because you're going to thump snow with heavy precipitation, you'll go down to 34, 33, with a dew point of 33, and you'll come in at a half an S, quarter S plus, and you will accumulate snow. It won't matter because you're snowing so hard. That's the concern. Now, again, I'm going to go off screen. That's the GFS. The European is a little farther north and west. You see that? So if the European's right, you're not going to get it in Charlotte. You're not going to get it in Raleigh. You're not going to get it in Greensboro. You'll be back in the mountains. So that's the difference. This is going to be a real tough call for those areas in lower elevations. That would be Greenville, Spartanburg, Charlotte, Winston-Salem, Hickory, Greensboro. You can get accumulating snow with this as we get into Sunday. Now, I think the mountains are going to get absolutely plastered. Let me show you the snowfall map that we do have here. This is the snow amount, the snow map that we have out for the Carolina Mountains. There it is. Now, you'll notice we're taking some accumulating snow, or at least a risk of that. We have a coating to an inch, all the way down to Charlotte, all the way down to Greensboro, with a couple of inches north and west. Now, if the European track is right, you won't get this in Charlotte, you won't get this in Greensboro, you'll get it only in the mountains. But if that track takes that little farther south and west track, you're in it. That would be Sunday night and Monday. So that's what we're dealing with here as far as the snow. Now, there's going to be soaking rain, and I think you're going to get rain all the way up into New York City and Philadelphia Sunday night into Monday. Real quick, before we go, and Christina and I were looking at this next week. Batten down the hatches next week. Let me show you what's going to happen. I've got to load this, but look at the energy that's coming out. And you've got this upper low that's coming across California, right? That's Saturday into Sunday. Watch this Monday and then Tuesday. Look at this. Tuesday, you've got a closed off upper low across Oklahoma City. You're going to get severe weather with this. This would be a severe weather outbreak from East Texas, Mississippi, and into Louisiana. And Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana, East Texas. This would be Monday night and Tuesday. I think there would be severe weather, especially I-20 on south. And then you get the second system. This is an inside slider coming into California. By the way, this is going to plaster snow across the Intermountain West. This is good news. Colorado River, there's been a lot of talk about that. You're going to put a lot of snow. You'll get some snow in the Sierra too, but even in the upper Colorado Basin. But as I play this out, watch this as we move forward here. This comes out Wednesday into Thursday. This looks really bad to me, that you would have a severe weather outbreak again Wednesday or Thursday. Louisiana and Mississippi. It could go right up into Christina's old neck of the woods, Nashville, Alabama, Georgia. This would be pretty bad. This would be another outbreak. And by the way, because you have this northern piece of energy dropping in, you would get snow with this. This would be a snowstorm. The question is this here? Is it here? Is it here? I don't know. This will press everything east. If this is a little farther north and west, then the snow threat will go farther north and west. But I'll tell you what, it looks to me from the central and southern plains, Kansas City might be in it, Wichita, Chicago, maybe Indianapolis. This whole area in here, you're going to get accumulating snow. So batten down the hatches next week, it's no easier. But I'm going to leave you with this, and then I'm going to go. Again, this is what we'll leave you with. This is going to be a heavy, wet snowstorm. At least for the Carolina Mountains, we think, and let's see how far south and east. But I'm telling you, I've seen these upper lows. If this upper low strengthens and it goes, that track goes south of Charlotte toward Wilmington, it is going to try to snow in the Piedmont areas. No question about it. So stay tuned.